The Silence Before Midnight, Episode 8, The Truth at the Junction. The truth is not always hidden. Sometimes it is remembered in pieces, a voice, a road, a moment you wish you could erase. And when those pieces finally come together, they don't ask for permission, they take over. Kojo Bedu stood in the studio, staring at the ringing line. 11:57, same time, same silence, same weight pressing against his chest. But this time, he understood something he hadn't understood before. The moment wasn't new, it wasn't repeating, it was unfinished. And the only way forward was through it. His hands moved, steady, certain. He picked up the call. The line clicked. No static, no delay, just silence. But not empty silence, the kind that listens back. Kojo didn't speak immediately because now he wasn't the host. He was part of the story. The voice came through, not rushed, not afraid, clear and familiar. It said, "You finally answered." Kojo closed his eyes because something in him recognized that tone, not from the previous calls, but from somewhere deeper, closer. He asked quietly, "Who are you?" The voice didn't answer directly. Instead, it asked him something. "Do you remember the road?" And just like that, the memory came. Not slowly, not in pieces, all at once. A junction, late night, headlights cutting through darkness. A car parked at an angle, another vehicle just ahead. And then a man on the ground, breathing, struggling, alive, and people standing around watching, waiting, not moving, not helping. Kojo was there, standing just a few steps away, watching, and just like the others. But now, the memory didn't stop there because this time it went further. He saw himself move, not towards the man, not to help, but towards the crowd, towards the others. He heard his voice. He heard his own voice, calm, controlled, convincing. "Don't touch him." The words hit like a blow. It was clear. He hadn't frozen. He hadn't hesitated. He had acted. He told them it could be dangerous, said they could get involved, said they should wait for someone else, someone responsible. And the others, they listened because Kojo sounded sure. He sounded like someone who knew exactly what he was doing. And just like that, the moment shifted from hesitation to permission. Permission to do nothing. The man on the ground reached out, weak, fading, looking for help, looking at them, looking at Kojo, and Kojo stepped back, just slightly, but enough. Enough to signal something, enough to say, "This is not my responsibility." And that was all it took, because once one person stepped back, others follow. And just like that, the moment closed. The man stopped moving, the breathing stopped. The road went quiet, and the people, they left, one by one, including Kojo. The memory ended, sharp, unforgiving. Kojo opened his eyes, his chest rising fast because now there was no doubt left, no confusion, no missing piece. He hadn't just watched, he had led. The voice of the call spoke again, soft but final. "You didn't just stand there. You made it easier for everyone else to do the same." Kojo's throat tightened because that was the truth. Simple, brutal, unavoidable. He whispered to himself, "I didn't mean to do that." But the voice cut him through. Not angry, not loud, just certain. It doesn't change what happened. Silence filled the space between them. And then the voice asked one last question. A question that didn't sound like judgment. It sounded like a decision waiting to be made. The question was, "What will you do with it now?" Kojo didn't answer immediately because for the first time, there was no script, no recording, no pattern to follow, just him. And the weight of what he had done. And then he spoke. Not as a host, not as a voice on air, but as a man finally facing himself. He said, "I won't walk away." The silence shifted, not gone, but different. And then the voice said it one last time, not as a warning, not as an accusation, but as something else, something closer to release. May it never be said that we stood knees deep in a river but died of thirst. The line went dead again. No tension, no force, just ended. Kojo lowered the receiver slowly. The studio was quiet, normal, still. Something had changed. Not the room, not the system. Him. He remembered everything. And more importantly, he understood. This was never about the call, never about the system, never about the repetition. It was about the moment. That single moment where a choice was made. And now, for the first time, Kojo had made a different one. Not back then, but now. And sometimes, that's where the story begins. This, my dear friends, is our time. I'll catch you on the next episode tomorrow. Follow this page for interesting stories such as this.